Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Richard Ice, Provost of the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University. It is indeed my great pleasure on this glorious day to welcome all of you, the families, friends, honored guests, faculty, staff, and especially the 2016 graduating class of the College of St. Benedict. We welcome you to the 101st commencement exercise at the College of St. Benedict. I would like to begin by introducing the members of today's platform party. On my left, President of the College of St. Benedict, Dr. Mary Dana Hinton. Next to her is Mr. Terry Dolan, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Next is our commencement speaker, Alyssa Mastromonaco, Chief Operating Officer of Vice Media Incorporated and former Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations at the White House. And next to her is the Prioress of the Order of the Sisters of St. Benedict, Sister Michaela Hedekin, followed by Dr. Karen Erickson, Academic Dean at the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University. On my right is Dr. Michael Himeseth, President of St. John's University. Next is the President of the Alumni Board, Ms. Megan Sandkar. And next to Megan is Sister Sharon Noner, Director of Campus Ministry at the College of St. Benedict. Now I invite Sister Sharon to the podium to give the invocation.
Blessed Creator and Sustainer of life, we enter your presence this graduation day with grateful hearts. Only you know the path of life that has brought each person here, and we thank you for directing our steps and intersecting our lives here at the College of St. Benedict for a brief and life-changing time. We ask a blessing upon the parents, extended family, our faculty and staff, and all their friends who helped our graduates reach this wonderful moment in their lives. Bless these women as they graduate today. They stand on the shoulders of the Benedictine sisters who founded this college. We now send you forth to carry on the legacy of women who have gone before you, shaped and formed by the Benedictine values of community, hospitality, prayer, respect, and stewardship. May you always listen for the whisper of God's grace moving through your lives. May you use your gifts to lead and form your families and communities so that all generations to come will hear and respond to the needs of those seeking freedom, dignity, and respect. May you do all you can to bring harmony and create a world where there is peace, inclusiveness, and justice. We pray that the Spirit of Christ touch you as we send you forth. We ask blessing of wisdom in mind, success in challenges, courage to find a vocation, strength to do your best, and most importantly, faith to guide you in whatever you do and wherever you go. We pray this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Greetings, members of the College of St. Benedict Board of Trustees, Sister Michaela Hedekin, Prioress, and all of the Sisters of the Order of St. Benedict, President Himeseth, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents, and most especially our graduating seniors. Please accept my most heartfelt welcome to the 101st commencement ceremony at the College of St. Benedict. It is a privilege to stand before you on the most significant and joyful day of the academic calendar. In every way, today is both a farewell and a welcome, a moment of gratitude and a moment of invitation colliding together as we journey into the future. As I pondered what to say today, a quote that both Sister Michaela and I have been recently reciting came to mind. Dag Hammarskjöld wrote what is perhaps my favorite prayer: "For all that has been, thanks. For all that will be, yes." Today, students, we say to one another, thank you and farewell, yes and welcome. We say thank you and farewell to a time and a place in your lives that can never be recreated. It is farewell to a home where you have had joys and sadness, hopes and fears. Today we say thank you and farewell to a community that has challenged you and pushed you to be your best, but has always loved you just as you are. Thank you for and farewell to an experience in a place that is so special and unique that only 423 other women truly understand what this day means to you. And yet we say yes, and we welcome you into creating new communities and new homes for yourselves. We welcome you into a new and wonderful stage in your life. And we say yes to a time when your horizon is truly unlimited, as is your potential. We say yes and welcome to a time wherein you will utilize all that you have experienced over the past 4 years to shape the next decades of your lives, and where you will shape your community and the world. Say yes to all that lies ahead. Thank you and farewell, students, for being immersed in the Benedictine values and living within our Catholic and Benedictine community. The sisters, their legacy, and our community have steeped you in these values. Thank you for listening and respecting others, and for holding yourself to a higher standard for how we encounter one another and the world. And because of those experiences, you can say yes and welcome to a time when those Benedictine values, so integral to who we are, will take on new meaning in your life, when they will become real and necessary in ways you've never expected. Say yes when our Benedictine values become an expression of who you are and not just what you believe. Graduates, today say thanks to our wonderful faculty and staff, and bid farewell to required courses and syllabi. For they have equipped you to go on and out into the world as outstanding thinkers, professionals, and human beings. Say yes to the intentional engagement of the big questions of life. Welcome the time in your life when your liberal arts education is not only about classes. Rather, say yes as it becomes about the life of the mind, how you lead those around you, how you engage civically, how you think critically, lead courageously, and advocate passionately. Say farewell to pancakes and pajamas, to Gary's Pizza, and the link. Say thank you for all of the informal and yet transformative moments you've shared as you lived among and happily ran into your friends. And welcome to a new stage in your relationships. Say yes when you have to be intentional in creating and sustaining your friendships and this very powerful sisterhood. Now that you will no longer live among all of your friends, say yes to maintaining those relationships and that connection. If I can leave you with one final piece of advice, it is to encourage you, as you say yes and thank you, to live your life intentionally connected to those around you. Intentionally engage and reflect on the Benedictine values as you face complicated decisions in life. Intentionally keep your mind active and connect with opportunities to learn and study. Nurture the academic gifts and talents you have developed because they are many and diverse and beautiful. Intentionally maintain your friendships and your sisterhood. Develop interpersonal connections wherein you can be your truest self and wherein you accept others as the same. Intentionally connect with those you know and love and honor, and continue to reach out to those who may be a stranger and greet them as you would Christ. Bennies, you have enlivened our community with passion and with joy, with laughter, and with love. Today is our farewell, but it is never goodbye. For all that has been, thanks. For all that will be, yes. Thank you. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to present the President's Medal to Guy and Barbara Schenecker. Guy and Barbara Schenecker are generous philanthropists, collaborative partners, and brilliant role models for transformational community engagement. And for the College of St. Benedict, they are both benefactors and dear friends. Their relationship with the college began nearly 20 years ago when Guy Schenecker placed an unexpected call to his friend, Sister Coleman O'Connell. "Coleman," he said, "I have a check here for $100,000. The Holy Spirit told me I should send it to St. Ben's." Over the last 20 years, the relationship Guy and Barbara have built with the College of St. Benedict has been one of meaningful impact and strategic benefit. Together, they work with the college to identify areas where they can have the greatest impact by way of improving the position of the college, directly impacting students, and inspiring other friends and supporters. For Guy, that sort of strategic insight is nothing new. It's the same skill set that helped him found BI Worldwide, a global leader in employee engagement and customer loyalty programs, now serving over 2,000 companies in 125 countries and in more than 20 languages. For Barbara, the fact that these gifts are going to a women's college has special importance. As a 1962 graduate of the University of Minnesota at Duluth, Barbara is appreciative of the opportunity she had to go to college, but aware that at the time, being a woman affected her prospects. Because of that, she values the College of St. Benedict's mission to prepare women for leadership. The Scheneckers are incredibly successful, unquestionably grounded, and infinitely generous. and the College of St. Benedict is especially grateful. By first establishing an endowed scholarship fund benefiting students who attended Guy's hometown high school, Eden Valley Watkins, they have touched the lives of hundreds of Bennies through their scholarship support. The timing of their recent gifts has been both providential and transformational for St. Ben's. Their contributions towards the newly renovated nursing department space supported the development of state-of-the-art nursing education fully suited to meet the changing demands of this growing field. Their gift to assist the college with the purchases of Cadman, Wendelin, and the Artisan Studio from St. Benedict's Monastery reflects their faith in the feasibility of transforming the main building into the academic centerpiece of our campus. None of us know what led the Holy Spirit to first call Guy and Barbara into engagement with St. Ben's, but we do know the powerful impact their relationship has had on St. Ben's students. Opportunities and facilities exist that allow young women to think critically, lead courageously, and advocate passionately. The Shenekers' generous spirit and belief in the College of St. Benedict ensures their legacy will continue for generations. On behalf of the College of St. Benedict's community, I gratefully confer upon Guy and Barbara Sheneker the President's Medal. Guy and Barbara, please join me on stage to receive your medals. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker. As the youngest woman ever to be Deputy Chief of Staff of Operations at the White House, Alyssa Mastromonaco certainly has some amazing stories to tell. From 2011 to 2014, she was the person who had the power to decide who gets to see the President of the United States and when. But Ms. Mastromonaco was more than a presidential gatekeeper. She was the person responsible for running and managing the entire 18-acre White House compound, including the more than 1,700 employees in the executive branch, ensuring that the entire department ran smoothly, even when the rest of the government did not. Through her tenacity, ingenuity, and sheer determination, Ms. Mastromonaco instituted an array of new strategies and processes that kept the White House up and running through a series of budget cuts, international crises, and even a government shutdown. This stalwart attitude and ability to measure and take risk served Ms. Mastromonaco well throughout her White House career. It enabled her to manage the hiring process for all executive political appointments, screen nominees for cabinet positions, and help coordinate the nation's response to some of the worst natural disasters in our country's history. Through it all, Ms. Mastromonaco continued and continues to break down barriers, develop new paths for progress, and achieve what couldn't be done, transforming the glass ceiling for women into a stairway of opportunity. In 2011, Ms. Mastromonaco was named to the New Republic's list of Washington's most powerful, least famous people. And in 2014, she left the White House to become Chief Operating Officer of Vice Media, a global youth media company. As an empowered woman, Ms. Mastromonaco proudly speaks about the choices that have led to her success, showing others how they can create their own paths to greatness and paying tribute to all of the wonderful teachers and mentors who helped her to gain the confidence, bravery, and intelligence that led her to where she stands today. Please join me in welcoming Alyssa Mastromonaco to the podium.
I'm blushing. President Hinton, distinguished faculty, parents, family, friends, sisters, and the class of 2016. What a day. You must be freaking out. But I'm here to be the antidote to your freak out. Let me start you with a story. 18 years ago, I sat where you sit now, except I was probably far worse off than any of you. I was in danger of not graduating, and only I knew it. I had not fully understood that my international relations course was core to my major, and had sort of blown it off, and it turned out I needed to get a B- in it, and I wasn't going to unless I got a 95 on the final. Oh yeah. To this day, I have nightmares about the entire week. I studied like a maniac, and with the help of an added extra credit question on the exam, I received a score of 104. I found out from my professor 30 minutes before I had to leave for graduation, with my parents already in town, that I was good to go. To this day, they have no idea that they almost traveled 1,200 miles to Wisconsin for nothing but a good steak dinner. When I graduated, I was really confused. I'd spent 2 summers interning with then Congressman Bernie Sanders. Yes, I've worked for Bernie Sanders, John Kerry, and Barack Obama. I'm kind of the Forrest Gump of politics. I thought that with all of my internships and all the jobs I had during college to afford my internships, that I would be rewarded with a sweet job on Capitol Hill. I wrote letters and faxed them to any member or senator that interested me even slightly. And here you must take comfort in the advent of email. I got no response. Then my dad told me a story about how when he had been at NYU, he really wanted to work for IBM in New York City, but he had only gotten offers from companies in Hartford, and how if he didn't hear from IBM, he was going to have to get on the train to Hartford because you have to do what you have to do. And I said, but Pop, you ended up working at IBM. And he said, yep. And I said, are you telling me to get on the train to Hartford? And he didn't reply, but I did get on the metaphorical train to Hartford. I ended up spending the summer of 1998 in Madison, and then going to a headhunter in New York City. I had to do 4 interviews with the same firm, but finally got a job as a real estate paralegal. Real estate investment trusts would be my jam. I was devastated. I felt like my whole life plan was essentially in the garbage. But here's what I learned. It all turns out okay. Because before you stands a woman of 5 feet, 2 inches, who's seen a lot in the last 18 years. I've been a paralegal. I was a secretary, though that was only for 5 days. An assistant at a startup company, a client relations liaison at Sotheby's. I worked at a Republican lobbying firm, though never registered. I was the press secretary for the 9th District of Virginia and had to pretend I was from West Virginia because they don't like New Yorkers in the Fighting 9th. I worked on John Kerry's presidential campaign. I led his search for a vice president and fell asleep on Madeleine Albright's couch watching Footloose while he met with John Edwards. I remember this because John Kerry had to wake me up to ask how they were going to get out of the house. I went to work for Barack Obama when he was elected to the US Senate. I became his political director. I helped him decide whether or not to run for president. I worked on the campaign. When we won, I worked on the presidential transition team and the inaugural committee. I had an office in the West Wing, and when I became Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations, I heard I was the first woman to occupy the office next to the Oval. My predecessors were David Plouffe, David Axelrod, Karl Rove, George Stephanopoulos, and now Mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel. My Secret Service codename was Popsicle. I picked it myself. I ate goat with President Karzai's security guards in Afghanistan. I have met the Queen, Pope Francis, and I attended Nelson Mandela's funeral. I accidentally showed up to Buckingham Palace in jeans. And I split my skirt once getting on Marine One, and the White House doctor had to pin me together so I didn't flash the president. It's a true story. And how did I do it all, you wonder? I was always myself, nothing more, nothing less, and I worked really hard. I always tried to be lighthearted enough to not let the little things bring me down. So now, I hope you're more relaxed, feeling good, and ready for what I like to call my North Stars. I know that here at the College of St. Benedict, CSB stands for Courageous, Strong, and Bold. Well, that's good news. You're already halfway there. You will need each one of those in the coming months, along with some resilience, determination, and definitely a lot of humor. So first, Bennies, learn to define success very broadly. I am 40 years old, and I just paid off my Ford Escape. The day that I did, I called my dad. And even though I am 40, he was still very proud that I finally owned my car. That's important, because I guarantee that 95% of you will not have come anywhere near achieving what you have conjured up in your minds as the threshold for success in the next year. You will sign leases for the first time and pay your own rent. You will interview for jobs, and you will get one. You will have to meet so many new people, make new friends, and adjust to new environments. And you have to look at each one of those as a success, and honestly, a very important achievement. Success should be defined as getting up every day, doing your best, being financially independent, and learning from every experience that is taking you where you're going. Second, trust your gut. When I got to New York after leaving Madison, I lost my way big time. I was working in the World Trade Center and surrounded by bankers and brokers and kids my age in this thing called the training program that financial houses like Chase, Lehman, and Bear Stearns all had, where college graduates came in and rotated through different departments. I decided that's what I should do. Goodbye, dreams of public service. Hello, Vin Diesel in the boiler room. I applied to be a trading desk assistant in international paper trading at Lehman Brothers. I went through 14 rounds of interviews. I had minored in French and Japanese in college, which apparently was very attractive. Finally, I made it to the last interview and had been assured the job was all but mine. $28,000 a year plus overtime. When Francis X. Gilhooly, I remember his name, asked me why I wanted to work at Lehman, I went totally blank. I stared at him and then I said, I don't. And I didn't. A year later, I went up to Boston and I saw Senator John Kerry give a speech. I was so excited by it that I wrote his intern coordinator a letter. It was bordering on Jerry Maguire manifesto. And I asked them to please give me a chance. That's actually what I said, truly. Please give me a chance. And they did. I was offered $19,000 to be an office assistant, to answer phones, do press clips, which again, not to remind you how much luckier you are now than I was then, but doing clips was a much harder task before the internet. It involved cutting, gluing, shrinking, copying, and faxing. But I was going to be an amazing gopher. I did the math and realized I'd be broke, and got a babysitting job 2 nights a week and had the time of my life. I knew taking a pay cut and moving to a new city was a risk, but I knew it was as right for me as I knew working at Lehman Brothers, which no longer exists, was wrong for me. Third, always be yourself. Pay attention here. I have never been successful in an endeavor when I tried to be anybody but me. Some truths. I'm a very casual person, both in conversation and in dress, and I'm most productive when I'm comfortable. An upside now of working at a millennial media company, I can assure you there is no dress code advice. And if I feel like wearing leggings and Birkenstocks, no one will tell me otherwise. Don't hide what you like, let your freak flag fly. What makes you different makes you you, and that's what makes you interesting. Fourth, don't forget friendship, kindness, and humanity along the way. I hope this story doesn't depress you, because today is certainly not the day for that, but I can't help myself because it's very personal and I wanted to share it with you. At the White House, we were a family, dysfunctional at times, but a family nonetheless. My team was tight-knit. We tried to support each other in every way possible. We had been around the world together. We had been witnesses to the fallout of tragedies like Newtown, the shootings in Aurora, and seen the devastation firsthand from Hurricane Sandy, the Joplin tornadoes, and every flood and wildfire of the past 8 years. A few years ago, one of the team was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. He had already left the White House and was living out west. He went through rounds of treatments and he was in remission, but the cancer came back and he was able to get a stem cell transplant. But we got word in August that his body was fighting the transplant and he didn't have much time. The day I heard the news, I bought a ticket to Houston to see him at MD Anderson. But it wasn't just me who did. Within 24 hours of that email, 40 of us from the White House had shown up. And within 48 hours, 70 of us had shown up. He spent his last days with us, his friends, our memories, some beer and barbecue. Seeing that all these people I had brought together in the White House were so bonded that they flew from around the country and around the world to be together as a family during this time, I view as one of my very greatest accomplishments, a team built to last well beyond the 18 acres of the White House campus. Be kind, make the effort, always be thoughtful. Fifth, take risks. When David Plouffe was my boss on the Obama campaign, he would always say that if we weren't on the high wire, we were losing. And when I look back over the last years, every real achievement in my life came from taking a risk. And here's the truth, the worst you can do is fail. Big deal. Failing is just a reason to try something new. Embrace it. Never stop trying and never stop failing. And here is my last one. And this one's real. Invest in a good pair of black shoes and red lipstick. With that, you can go anywhere, anytime. And actually, there's one more. Put your iPhones down and shut off social media once in a while. Make sure you live in the moment as much as you can. And let me say this, there is nothing about where I was 18 years ago that would have led me to believe that I'd be delivering a commencement address ever, let alone to an accomplished and dynamic group like you. So it's from the bottom of my heart that I say today is one of the most humbling and important days of my life. I hope you take in every moment of the next few days and months. I hope you are so proud of what you have accomplished. I hope that you all stay in touch and that when you hit the bumps, you are there to remind each other that it'll be okay, because it will. I know during your freshman orientation, you lit candles to represent letting your light shine during your 4 years here at St. Ben's. Take that with you. When you are feeling uneasy, light that candle and think about how far you've come since your freshman year. Good luck, class of 2016. You will be great.
Now, aren't we happy that Popsicle aced her exam? Now it's my honor to be able to introduce our next speaker. Anna Crone is a political science and Latino and Latin American studies double major from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. She proudly comes from a family of Bennies and Johnnies, including her brother, mother, and father. She has worked for the Eugene McCarthy Center for Public Policy and Civic Engagement throughout her time while in college, and has had an exceptional record of civic engagement on and off campus. Most recently, Anna earned a John Brandel Scholarship and interned in Washington, D.C. at the Organization of American States and served as an international electoral observer at the Guatemalan presidential elections. She spent the previous summer interning in Bosnia and Herzegovina. While at the College of St. Benedict's, she was a member of the figure skating team, spent a semester abroad in Guatemala, and co-led the student documentary team Extending the Link. Anna was recently inducted into the Phi Beta Kappa Academic Honor Society, and after graduation, she plans to volunteer abroad before working in international development. Please join me in welcoming Anna with a round of applause.
Thank you, President Hinton, Alyssa, faculty, parents, and colleagues from the class of 2016. We are gathered here for more than a graduation. We are gathered here to celebrate who we've been, who we are, and who we will become. A few years ago, Marina Keegan, a 2012 Yale grad, summed up her graduation like this. She said, "We don't have a word for the opposite of loneliness, but if we did, I would say that's one thing I'm certain I want in life. What I'm grateful and relieved I found, and what I'm scared of losing when we wake up tomorrow and leave this place." And what's so powerful about Marina's observation is that it voices a fear that we all have. With this day coming closer, I read those words of hers and I felt those fears. But you know what? As we made our way through 16 Pines and each day of SAMSAC, I found peace. Because with all due respect to the Yale class of 2012, I'm part of something bigger. I'm a Benny, class of 2016. And I will always have my sisters. There's just this feeling that there are people, 424 Bennies to be exact, who are in this together, who are on your team, who share with you that night you procrastinated studying for your biochem final, that night you contemplated your future, that night you should have been writing your thesis but went to Big Mugs instead, that night we can't remember, that moment we failed. When we first arrived on campus, we pranced into Regina, Corona, and Aurora as hundreds of individuals in our bold and defiant first-year fashions. Hauling futons, mini fridges, and new IKEA bedspreads up the stairs and sweating our butts off while the first years in Corona basked in the only air conditioning. Only days in, we walked around campus as if we owned the place, lanyards swinging from our necks and prematurely standing before it was our turn to exit the link. Over the past 4 years, we've begun to find ourselves. When we organized the challenge courses for PRP, participated in the CSB Senate, studied abroad, played in the orchestra, and celebrated a Blazer win. We discovered our passions and potential. St. Ben's gave us the foundation to ambitiously take risks and miserably fail with the strength to try, and try again. We grew in confidence, compassion, courage, and community. And strangely enough, Finding ourselves as individuals brought us closer as a group. Together, we developed lifelong friendships while stuffing our faces with Gary's at 2 a.m., stressing over our FYS research papers, sipping coffee at the local blend, eating Sunday brunch at Gretzky, and cheering at Johnny Tommy football games. Fellow graduates, look around you. These people sitting next to you provide us with a sense of belonging. They accept us. We feel loved. We feel safe. I am grateful for all of you, for the memories we shared in this place, the obstacles we overcame in this place, the lessons we learned in this place, and the people we became because of this place. Next year, we won't live on the same block as all of our friends. We won't be able to walk to Sal's in our sweats and Benny buns, or go on a quick run to Lake Sarah. We won't be able to consult our advisors with every minor life crisis in search of a wholesome solution. This scares me. More than finding the right job or apartment or spouse, I'm scared of losing this web we're in, this sense of pure relief, empathy, and solace, this indefinable opposite of loneliness, sense of comfort, this feeling I have right now. But it's time to embrace change, to leave this bubble we've called home for the past 4 years, because change is inevitable, and we've always been changing. The best years of our lives are not behind us. They are a part of us. Most of us feel as if college has flown by too quickly. There are things we wished we did, the things we ran out of time to do. We're our own harshest critics, and it is easy to feel as though we let ourselves down. Our private insecurities follow us, and will continue to follow us. But the thing is, we're all like that. We have these ridiculously high standards, and will probably never live up to our perfect fantasies of our future selves. I believe that's okay. We are so young. We are 22 years old and have so much time, so much life to live. There's this sentiment I sometimes sense, tiptoeing in the back of our mind as we walk home before Piano Man, give up studying before finishing the review guide, that it is somehow too late, that others are light years ahead, more accomplished, more established, farther on the path to somehow saving the world, curing cancer, or inventing a revolutionary gadget, that it is too late to take a new path, a road less traveled to try something different, so we succumb to continuing on the comfortable path without taking risks and chances. Some of us are certain of our next steps and the path that will lead us to achieve our goals, working at our dream company, attending grad school, volunteering abroad. For most of us, however, we're somewhat lost, not sure what path to take, next goal to strive for, or whether or not we've chosen the right path. We have to remember there is still time. We can still do anything. It is never too late to change our minds, to start over. Don't give up your fear. Don't be complacent. It is what drives us forward, but more importantly, brings us together. I plan to have sleepovers with my roommates when I'm 30, to reminisce on the last few summer days we spent at Lake Sag, the awkward bonding activities at freshman orientation, and the late-night pancake breakfast before final exams. I plan to bring my kids to this campus, pointing out my favorite study spaces while they roll their eyes in annoyance of me traveling back in time to my glory days. Of course, there will be times in life when you feel lonely, but no matter where your path leads you, you will always have memories and phone numbers and Facebook creeping to connect you with this group. And you'll always have this place, this college, this time, now. To my Bennies, to my sisters, Congratulations. May your journey be blessed no matter where it takes you. And wherever you go, go with all your heart. Thank you.
Today's program lists 424 candidates for the baccalaureate degrees. The College of St. Benedict is happy to recognize these degree candidates. It is understood that the appropriate degrees are earned by the candidates who successfully complete all requirements for that degree by the end of the scholastic year. Will the candidates for the degrees please rise? Dr. Mary Dana Hinton, President of the College of St. Benedict, these students are now presented to you for conferral of the appropriate degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University, and by the authority vested in me by the College of St. Benedict Board of Trustees, I confer upon these candidates whose names appear in the commencement program the appropriate Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees indicated, with all the attendant rights and privileges of which the degrees to be given to them shall be forever the testimony. Dr. Cindy Malone, Associate Dean, please come forward and assist with the presentation of the diplomas. I ask Dr. Karen Erickson, Academic Dean, to come forward to read the names of our candidates for degrees.
Students, please be seated. May I ask the audience to withhold applause until all candidates have received their degrees. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with honors, egregia cum laude. Teresa Jean Farrell. Rachel Ann Holzknecht. Beth Marie Richmond. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with honors, summa cum laude. Esther May Banian. Stephanie Marie Best. Anna Marie Elizabeth Brenhofer. Catherine Ann Boudin. Haley Alexandra Chatelain. Mary Frances Elizabeth Cherney. Laura Jane Comey. Diana Kathleen Elhard. Margaret Therese Ellis. Allison Ann Fischbach. Maria Rose Frecking. Genesis Gastelum Lopez. Angeline Shirley Green. Taylor Marie Haig. Rebecca Ann Humbert. Emma Jean Johnson. Sarah Jean Kelleher. Anna Elizabeth Klanowski. Mackenzie Lee Kraus. Laura Michelle Meyer. Maria Christine Miller-Liley. Emily Paige Olinger. Karen Ashley Pelletier. Caitlin Marie Peterson. Nicolette Therese Russell. Carly Jean Shams. Hugh Tuan Van. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors, magna cum laude. Anna Joy Baumgartner. Victoria Lee Beach. Brooke Marie Bitson. Brandy Elizabeth Bolig. Sarah Elizabeth Brink. Erin Elizabeth Carey. Adelaide Marie Carlson. Catherine Ann Cleary. Anna Marie Crone. Taylor Marissa Demetz. Anne Elizabeth DeSutter. Emily Rose Doyle. Haley Marie Elleringer. Molly K. Evavold. Rebecca Susan Flynn. Jessica Ray Freudenberg. Anne Marguerite Gatke. Michelle Veronica Hansman. Heidi Marie Hess. Vanessa Marie Hurd. Hannah Ruth Houts. Grace Christine Jacobs. Jane Catherine Keown. Caitlin Frances Knapp. Emily Ann Critch. Peyton Leslie Larson. Megan Kristen Lenz. Allison Martins. Casey Diane McCoy. Anne Marie McKenzie. Molly Marie Minerath. Piper Shea Murray. Janae Lynn Myers. Dung Wang Win. Atara Vashti Victoria Pinder. Emily Catherine Schoenbeck. Shannon Lewis Skelly. Emma Ann Elizabeth Sordeberg. Alexandra Mia Streifel. Melissa Jeanette Torgerson. Sadie Mae Volley. Sarah James Wachter. Bailey Ann Wyrens, Shelby Rose Wisen, Megan Ann Weiss, Lauren Christine Wise. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors, cum laude. Siri Ruth Berg Moberg, Carly Jean Berthium, Stephanie Kristen Bierman, Marilyn Jean LaForge Brackey, Katrina Joelle Christian, Michaela Corinne Curtis, Emma Jo Faring, Olivia Maria Ford, Mackenzie Baisaki Heck, Courtney Lynn Hellman, Amy Elizabeth Honeck, Sydney Lynn Hughes, Nicole Marie Kuntz, Amy Christine Maslowski, Molly Mae McNamara, Brianna Ruth Miller, Rachel Diane Mueller, Brooke Jean Araskovich, Sarah Elise Rail, Lisa Marie Schneider, Melissa Marie Schuler, Natalie Marie Tenucci, Megan Margaret Towell, Mariah Kathleen Townsend, Olivia Marielle Van Orsdale, Grace Maxine Vaughn, Christine Brianne Wilda, Olivia Marie Zajac, Qin Ying Zhu. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honors, summa cum laude, Amy Elizabeth Bechtold, Nicole Lynn Gabinski. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honors, magna cum laude, Amber Lee Bornstein, Molly Bridget Downs, Mary Margaret Franz, Tara Lynn Fry, Jenna Janelle Fredericks, Alexis Elizabeth Good, Beatrice Ann Haggart, Lindsay Jean Genderco, Callie Ann Justin, Kimberly Ann Moy, Meredith Kate Rolfs, Kendall Christine Rose, Jenna Lynn Schlangen, Cassandra Lynn Spoden, Catherine Lenore Wolitz. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honors, cum laude, Sarah Ann Atkinson, Savannah Jean Altman, Allison Elizabeth Dudek, Hannah Torena Gurbada, Catherine Ann Holman, Christina Marie Ruckty, Rebecca Lee Templin, Catherine Ann Trone, Eleanor Marie Vanass. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts: Adafini Abdullahi, Susanna Louise Adams, Christina Marie Albright, Jurli Alcala Gomez, Lauren Nicole Alexander, Stephanie Anissa Ali, Ashley Danielle Ayers, Christina Omulara Eyodeli, Marissa Ann Backstrand, Abby Christine Bagenstos, Sydney Stolte Bailey, Laura Claire Bailey, Sophie Marie Banye, Jordan Andrea Barthel, Nicole Elena Bauer, Jenna Catherine Bouch, Anna Isabel Belmonte, Sarah Catherine Bleda, Emily May Betcher, Megan Lucille Betcher, April Tori Bondhus, Marina Katsko Po Buskri, Chesna Jewel Briner, Catherine Therese Brine, Allison Lindsay Britton, Gretchen Ashley Brown, Leah Teresa Byron, Madeline K. Carey, Hannah Rose Carlson, Megan Mercedes Carter, Carla Fernanda Casella Arias, Karen Casillas, Kelsey Lee Kavanaugh, Brenda Yvette Cecina, Michelle Chang, Molly Elizabeth Cullen, Alec Leah Dahlquist, Emily Elizabeth Gallagher, Zoe Alexandra Darling, Jessica Elizabeth Davison, Danielle Deshawn Dawson, Rebecca Antonia DeBleek, Jacqueline Marie Dindorf, Jordan Rochelle Dutcutt, Emily Elizabeth Engelmeyer, Brooke Ann Enting, Alexa Jade Erickson, Tessa Louise Fabian, Lauren Elizabeth Faust, Brianna Nicole Fessler-Fowie, Allison Marie Fiala, Maura Elizabeth Flynn, Kayla Marie Forrester, Holly Julia Franson, Maria Ruth Fregis, Carissa Lee Gaffey Sanford, Jacqueline Galindo, Cassandra Marie Gall, Natalie Joanne Gannon, Hannah Marie Gertis, Emily Ann Gerster, Amber Michelle Gill, Megan Marie Glasgow, Savannah Rose Geltz, Melissa Rose Goranowski, Rachel Elizabeth Gott, Kylie Elizabeth Green, Shelby Suzanne Gruen, Kathleen Marie Gross, Allison Marie Gunter, Alyssa Jo Gustafson, Natalie Albina Hager, Maggie Ann Hammerly, Laura Rose Hamilton, Alexandra Ray Hammerstrom, Patricia Marie Harris, Haley Faye Harstad, Anne Judith Hart, Xin Xin He, Brittany Lee Haig, Caitlin Amelia Hellendrung, Jillian Irene Hendrickson, Gao Sheng He, Elizabeth Grace Herms, Kadrian Mackenzie Hill, Emily Ann Hilly, Emily Mary Hodorf, Alyssa Marie Hoffman, Olivia Catherine Hoffman, Hannah Waltine Hoppy, Andrea Lee Hauk, Catherine Marie Hultberg, Jenna Marie Humbert, Heidi Marie Hurley, Ines Isimbi, Catherine Hannah Jiraki, Amanda Rose Gendro, Maria Jimenez Cerrato, Brittany Randisha John, Dorialis Angela Johnson, Gina Marie Johnston, Catherine Baines Jondal, Caitlin Marie Jost, Susan Elizabeth Juradovac, Alexa Rose Kapsner, Sierra Siobhan Captain, Mackenzie Glick Kelly, Taylor Ann Kelly, Jacqueline Rose Kemnick, Bao Kang, Haruka Kimura, Elizabeth Olson King, Melissa Marie Komarek, Catherine Ann Koop, Asha Dorothy Kopp, Georgia May Lalazern, Elizabeth Marie Larson, Cambry Lynn Lashinsky, Maicha Lee, Pania Lee, Yi Lee, Claire Faith Lench, Taylor Marie Leutert, Kimberly Nan Lidstone, Caitlin Gabrielle Leeser, Jessica Justine Lindemeyer, Sarah Jean Lindenfelser, Jacqueline Marie Liska, Rachel May Lodermeyer, Madeline Lee Lomaro, Madeline Dickinson Longley, Va Lore, Alexis Jo Loven, Marissa Ann Lucio, Maddie Marie Luke, Megan Mayala Lundquist, Ariel Francis Lusty, Corinne Therese Lyons, Natalia Yvette Mancia, Claudia Elizabeth Marquez, Jordan Renee Marshall, Donna Rose Marthaler, Maria Cecilia McGlinch, Emily Frances McGrath, Eva Marie McGuire, Megan Moshel McGuire, Abby Nicole McKim, Katie Alexandra Meckler, Marissa Maureen Meyer, Catherine Ann Miller, Karen Marie Mitza, Allison J. Moore, Jennifer Rose Moline, Diana Moraru, Eleanor Virginia Mullen, Lovell Monique Murphy, Claire Elaine Meiskens, Hannah Marie Nelson, Mackenzie Jo Nu, Veronica Huang Win, Sarah Lynn Nisler, Caitlin Frances O'Brien, Julia Sung Odima, Lydia Florence Ogren, Anastasia Vyacheslavovna Okuneva, Leanne Sung A. Otto, Rebecca Ann Palmquist, Alexandra Rochelle Paty, Lauren Rochelle Patton, Anastasia Marie Pollock, Frances Kate Pearson, Madison Beverly Pites, Tiffany Lynn Poplinski, Lisa Jennifer Perunovich, Shay Ebba Peterson, Ingrid Marlene Berkvam Pfefferly, Brooke Marie Piepenberg, Brenna Elizabeth Pierscala, Haley Nicole Pottergoyce, Riley Ray Poole, Catherine Jane Pribble, Allison Kate Pulvermacher, Bethany Rochelle Perkapile, Rachel Diane Radin, Anna Therese Recker Rebeck, Cheyenne Nicole Rayforth, Leslie Carolina Ramirez, Molly Elizabeth Raths, Catherine Marie Reisdorf, Margaret Eileen Rainier, Erin Rose Ritter, Marin Libet Rodriguez, Michaela Marie Raskowiak, Mary Catherine Rumka, Daly Cheney Rupar, Lorian Ella Roosh, Erin Grace Ryan Mosley, Stephanie Sandoval, Taylor Ann Sheely, Amy Catherine Schiffler, Danielle Marie Schlender, Jordana Nicole Schlutner, Kayla Ray Schmeltz, Kara Bryn Schoenherr, Megan Victoria Schraft, Anna Pauline Schwartz, Natalie Rose Schwartz, Kirsten Marie Sewell, Salamawit Shannon Tomrat, Moniqua Cachet Shannon Thornton, Renee Mary Shaw, Elizabeth Ann Schellerud, Isabel Elena Simcampos, Anna Marie Skemp, Julia Frances Livnick, Mackenzie Ann Smith, Madeline Ann Smith, Holly Virginia Spitzer, Allison Mary Steen, Caitlin Elizabeth Stegora, Olivia Danielle Stewart, Natalie Therese Stoneburner, Erin Marie Stout, Anastasia Deanne Stubbs, Madison Kendall Sundloff, Ellen Turi Thompson, Jessica Emily Turin, Alyssa Katie Timmerman, Hang Trin, Elizabeth Catherine Trudell, Emily Jane Cheetah, Brianna Eve Tummel, Jamie Nohadera Tutol, Jasmine Nohadera Tutol, Jill Elizabeth Valerius, Mariah Kyungjin Valiant, Samantha Faye Van Erp, Kabao Vang, Melissa Vang, Gabriella Alexandra Varela, Samantha Rose Vine, Emma Christine Voigt, Anna Brayland Wagner, Catherine Wallish, Christine Elizabeth Wasick, Charlotte Ray Waterhouse, Sarah Bernice Weber, Michaela Joy Westendorf, Elizabeth Lynn Wick, Ashley Joy Marie Winden, Afton Rose Winsberger, Anais Victoria Whitrock, Elizabeth Ashley Wolf, Samantha Sander Wommeldorf, Bai Zhang, Iya Zhang, Mary Zhang, Ong Zhang, Pahi Zhang, Angela Benua Yamua, Bao Yang, Maitong Yang, Maisie Amanda Yang, Maichi Yang, Paolyang Yang, Xiaori Yang, Sean Mariana Yoakum, Eliora Vespera Yokanan, Sarah Catherine Young. Alexis Ann Zapzalka. Yu Mu Chung. Bo Un Chung. Yi Jia Zhou. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science: Karina Barabash Lopez, Angela Marie Bathke, Nicole Ashton Berdan, Ella Josephine Cameron, Valerie K. Klinsman, Alicia Ruth Evenson, Grace Ryan Farley, Zoe Ellen Harrison, Alexa Ray Wan, Megan Marissa Lampel, Nicole Elizabeth Nelson, Madeline Mary Pekarik, Laura Ann Peterson, Nicole Anna Rushford, Danielle Rose Rudine, Lauren Nicole Roop, Caitlin Rose Schaefer, Lauren Lee Shanebauer, Anne Marie Sinner, Emily Marie Stamas. Please join me in a round of applause for our graduates.
To you, the graduates of the class of 2016, congratulations. As president of the St. Ben's Alumni Board, I am delighted to officially welcome you to the Alumni Association, an amazing group of more than 23,000 women in the United States and around the world. This is the Benny Network, a vibrant and dynamic group of women who are our colleagues, mentors, and closest friends. St. Ben's women have many things in common. We have a degree from a top-ranked Catholic liberal arts college for women. We are strong, spiritual, smart, resilient, bold, confident, adventurous, and innovative. We share a love for St. Ben's, founded by the Sisters of St. Benedict, remarkable women in their own right. Guided by their rich tradition and pioneering spirit, you and I are destined to make a difference in the communities that we live and work, and we do. I encourage you to come back to campus often, because St. Ben's will always be your home. And you should know that as alums, we get together often, whenever and wherever. It has been 10 years since I was sitting in your seat, patiently waiting for the culmination of this ceremony. I was feeling a little anxious and a little sad about trading my St. Ben's world for the real world. Trust me, you will be more than fine. You will be amazing. I'm excited to watch your futures unfold, and I look forward to hearing about all of your accomplishments. Congratulations to each of you, and welcome to the Benny Network and the Alumni Association of the College of St. Benedict.
Creator of the centuries, center of all wisdom, giver of life. May you be praised for these graduates from the College of St. Benedict who have lived and learned with us these last years. We rejoice that they have engaged what it means to think critically, lead courageously, and advocate passionately. We celebrate the commencement of these young women who have been formed by the 1,500-year Benedictine heritage prepared for them by the Sisters of the Order of St. Benedict as they established this campus of St. Benedict's Monastery and the College of St. Benedict. By the power of your presence, Lord, may the Catholic, Benedictine, gospel values they have appreciated and acquired and to which they have witnessed continue to direct their decisions and determine their priorities. As they have experienced inspired learning, may they continue the tradition of inspiring lives. With grateful hearts, may they always cherish the unparalleled opportunities they have experienced as students of the College of St. Benedict, experiences that link them with the liberal arts for life. Filled with confidence and humility, may they exhibit an unwavering focus on the holistic and transformational development of women as leaders, professionals, and scholars. May they continue to engage, learn from, and work with people from a rich variety of cultural backgrounds and identities. Through their dedication and commitment, may they embrace the changes and challenges that impact their lives with the same strength, courage, and boldness of our foremothers. May they always persist in cultivating habits of spiritual, social, cultural, and intellectual engagement and initiatives for the common good. Habits that flow from the Catholic and Benedictine experiences that are foundational for the College of St. Benedict. Finally, may they know of our care and concern for them. May they know that our prayers go with them and that they shall forever be held in our hearts as we ask God to watch over and protect them now and always. Amen.
Got it? Yep. Right where we start the whole thing.